Hey guys, welcome to week 50 here on theReelDVDWatchers. Almost a complete year. On Wednesdays, as always, it's me, Tom, and God, the movie that I've chosen to review today is something that I first saw this when I was 16, and I fell in love with it because it's just amazing. Simply put, I know this is a lot of people love this movie, and I totally understand why. It's just a blast. So with that being said, the movie that I have chosen to review is Night of the Creeps. This is an amazing horror movie from 1986, written and directed by Frederick Decker, who most of you know by his atrociously made RoboCop 3. But nonetheless, this is a testament to everything that he's... Oh, I hate it when I do that. Everything that is good about Fred Decker, because this movie, I've not met anyone who has watched this movie and this movie sucks. Basically what this movie is about, it's about two college, I'm not sure if they're freshmen or anything like that, but named Chris and JC. JC is a cripple, but that doesn't really play into it much. They're just like two losers, basically, just trying to find dates. You know, Chris just broke up with his girlfriend, and he's looking for a new one just because he feels that he needs that in his life. And then he meets this girl, Cynthia, whose last name is Cronenberg. All the main characters at least have like a really good last name. Like Chris's is Chris Romero, and JC's is JC Carpenter something. Oh man, I forget what the hell it is. It says it in the movie, but nonetheless, it is. So basically what happens is these guys are looking for girls, and Chris meets this girl named Cynthia. It turns out Cynthia is like a little Miss Sweet Girl next door, except she's dating this guy from a frat named Brad, or the Bradster, who's a complete douchebag. And just Chris decides the only way he was ever going to get a girl is if they join a frat. So because JC understands the situation, he just wants to see Chris happy, so he decides to help him. Then they have to steal this corpse and put it on this other fraternity's doorstep. But before all this takes place, the movie kicks off back in like 1950 something, and so like two sweethearts who go up to like a lookout point, right? They're just looking at stars, and there's one chick's like, oh, starlight, star bright, blah blah blah, you know that whole entire thing. And she's like, which one's the bright star? All of a sudden you see the star just go flying overhead, and the guy's like, that one. So he goes and investigates, but all the while there's like reports like this loose serial killer from an insane asylum, and so this thing crashes into Earth from the alien spaceship. I don't really want to give away too much because it adds into the campiness of the movie, but the one guy goes and investigates, and like this creep, if you call it, it's kind of like Slither. The way how it goes in the guy's mouth, he becomes like a zombie. But then back at where the girl gets hacked to bits by this insane guy. So back to now, Chris and JC have to go and get this corpse. So they go down into this cryogenics lab that they're not sure if it is a cryogenics lab. So they release the guy who got the creep in his mouth. He wakes up and he's all zombified. And so they run out of there, and this lab technician guy goes in and is like, what the hell are these kids doing in here? Goes inside and gets a creep inside him, and that's how it all begins. But as good as that all is, it does not begin to compare to Tom Atkins in this movie, playing Detective Cameron right here. Detective Cameron is what this movie is all about. The first time you see him, he's having like this weird nightmare about his old college sweetheart, which was the girl who got hacked to bits. And just, he's like living in like this funk, and then when that phone rings, the immortal lines as he picks up that phone thrill me. Amazing. This movie is so good. Like, the direction, the story writing, it doesn't take itself seriously because it knows that it's a B movie. It knows that it's not going to rely on heavy gore, and there's some good gore. Don't get me wrong. Like when the guy's head's like split open, and like all the creeps fall out. But it relies more on comedy and shock horrors, where it's like jump scares and stuff like that. It relies more on that, and just this movie is such a testament to like those old movies and love, because like you can see all sorts of different directors that have influenced Fred Decker over the years in this movie, and just everyone in it is just so positive and so jazzed up, especially Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins makes this movie for me. Like, like I've seen this movie on 35mm with an audience, and it was probably one of the best movies I've ever seen with an audience because everyone just loved it. Everyone was shouting stuff at the screen. We were all having a great time. This movie is just simply great. Honestly, if you have not seen this yet, please, I implore you, please see this movie. Like, I know that this is Ryan, Justin, I forget the numbers in your name, buddy. I'm so sorry. But just, this is one, I think it's his favorite movie, I think it's his absolute favorite movie, and I do not blame him. This movie is amazing. Please go out and see this movie. I'm all jazzed up because I absolutely adore this movie. Sadly, though, this cover does suck because this is the new Amazon approved cover. I don't know, but yeah, if I had to give it a rating out of 10, it would definitely get an 8 or 9. It is a great fucking movie. It's not my favorite movie, but it is high up there on my list, probably in my top 15. It is a great movie. So, thanks everyone who watches and subscribes as always. Matt is up tomorrow, and I will see you guys later. Bye.